The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the streets as Amara hurried past the Massy store, balancing a gift bag and a cake box for her friend's birthday party. She was running late, her mind preoccupied with party preparations when a faint, desperate sound made her stop in her tracks. Meow. Amara froze, her eyes scanning the road. There, in the middle of the street, stood the tiniest kitten she had ever seen, its gray fur dusty and its wide eyes filled with fear. It was as though the kitten didn't know where to go or what to do, stranded amidst the rush of cars that zoomed by with no mercy. Her heart clenched. Without thinking twice, she darted into the road, waving her arms to stop the oncoming cars. Horns blared, drivers yelled, but Amara was focused solely on the kitten. The little creature trembled, its tiny paws rooted to the ground as if fear itself had turned them to stone. "It's okay, I've got you," she whispered, kneeling down and gently scooping the kitten into her hands. The moment she touched him, he relaxed as if he had been waiting for her all along. His fragile body was warm, and when she cradled him close to her chest, he let out a soft, pitiful purr. Amara hurried to the sidewalk, where a few curious onlookers watched. One man shook his head. "That cat's lucky you were here," he muttered. She nodded, breathless, and placed the kitten into a small cardboard box she'd found near a dumpster. "Massy," she said to herself, naming him after the store where fate had brought them together. The party was only a few blocks away, so she carried the kitten along, the box cradled in her arms like a precious treasure. As she walked, she could feel his eyes on her, peeking out of the box. Now and then, he'd let out a soft meow, as if to remind her he was still there. When Amara arrived at the party, she wasn't sure how her friends would react to her unexpected guest. But the moment she walked in, all eyes turned to the tiny kitten. "Oh my gosh, where did you find him?" someone asked, rushing over. The room buzzed with excitement as everyone took turns admiring Massy. He was the star of the evening, but what touched Amara the most was how he clung to her. No matter how many hands reached out to pet him, Massy always found his way back to her arms, curling up as if he already knew she was a safe place. By the end of the night, Amara couldn't bear to let him go. He had stolen not just the show but her heart. As she walked home with Massy nestled against her, she felt a deep sense of purpose. That night, a bond was forged, a bond that would change both of their lives forever.